You're spending all this money on bullshit that's not getting you anywhere. Expensive shoes, clothes, food, drinks, alcohol, partying, all that shit that's never gonna get you anywhere in life. Welcome to another episode of the JJ Velasquez Show. I'm your host, JJ Velasquez, and in today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you one of my favorite topics, one of the things I always tell people when they want to be more successful, and one of the fastest paths to really succeed in life, and it's one of the things that's worked for me, and I used to hear it all the time, back when I was, and I'll start off by saying, just a few years ago, I was very broke, living paycheck to paycheck, didn't even have enough to get by that I had to go take out payday advances just to cover my next check. So I used to be struggling all the time with my finances, had no money in savings and everything like that. So I've definitely been there. I've definitely struggled, but I wanted to get out of that situation. So one of the first things I always did was once I decided that I wanted to be more successful, I just started watching motivational videos. I needed to make a change. I wanted to get motivated. But one thing that I learned from these motivational videos, and especially these speakers that I followed, they'd always mention this one topic. If you just do this, you'll be successful. You need to do this if you want to be successful. And that trait is investing in yourself. And I always start off there because I used to hear it all the time, but it's like, what does that mean? And guys like Grant Cardone and Zig Ziglar and a lot of these motivational guys, who are very successful, millionaires, billionaires, they always say, invest in yourself. It's always going to be the best investment you ever make. And I took that for what it is, but I never really knew what that meant until I actually started doing it. And so when you talk about investing in yourself, there's quite a few different ways you can invest in yourself. You can become better. Obviously, number one is investing in different skill sets. I had to learn sales. I had to learn marketing. I had to learn how to be a better talker. I had to learn how to do lots of these things. And there's courses out there, stuff you could find online. There's books you could buy. There's always ways we can increase our skill set. So courses and stuff like that. We always want to invest in ourselves, especially if the stuff that maybe we're not good at, maybe we don't have much experience in. I mean, I came from a background where I had never sold anything in my life before, so I had to learn how to sell. I had to learn how to market. I had to learn what to say on social media. I had to learn copywriting, lots of these little skill sets. But if there's books out there, there's videos out there, there's courses, there's coaches, you can always invest in skill sets to help you level up whatever career you're in, or whatever you're doing for work right now. There's always things you can do to improve your skill sets, and you're going to make more money that way. You're going to get better because you learn more, you become the authority, and when you're really good at what you do, you can charge a lot more. So of course, skill sets, courses, all that stuff, number one. Number two is mentorships, and that means just investing into someone that's already been where we want, someone that's been through the trial and error, someone that's already succeeded at exactly what we want to. Why try to figure it out on your own and spend years hoping for the best, trying all these things, trial and error, when we can pay from someone that's already succeeded and learn exactly what they did and follow their exact roadmap so you can be successful as well. Because here's the thing, we're either going to pay in time or we're going to pay in money. And time is one thing we can never get back. I don't want to spend 5 to 10 years trying to figure it out just to get to where I want. If I could pay a little bit of money, I'm going to invest now so I could collapse that time and get to my goals a lot faster. So with these mentorships, you start to surround yourself with not only the proven roadmap from these people, but then you start to realize and you start to surround yourself with them, you start to learn their habits. You start to learn their mindset. You start to learn how they act on a daily basis, what they do when they're struggling, what they do to succeed, what their normal daily routine looks like. And you can start to model a lot of this behavior and just start to learn how to operate better, higher thinking, more belief in yourself, more confidence, and start to develop different habits that can help you succeed as well. And that's just, modeling their habits. Of course, following their roadmap, following exactly what they've got to. They can teach you exactly what to do, what not to do, and exactly how to be successful. So it's like, I'd rather invest in mentorships, and that's exactly what I've done. After all these years, I'm still investing in mentorships and all that stuff as well, because I know the value in it, and it's got me to where I'm at now. So I'm going to keep it going so I can keep taking it to the next level, because there's always ways we can level up in all areas. Another great option is masterminds. Now, a mastermind is you plugging into a tribe or you investing into a mastermind where it's lots of like-minded people. Sometimes they're all after the same goal. Maybe they all want to get good at coaching. Maybe they all want to succeed in this type of business. Whatever it is, I've plugged into different masterminds, but you surround yourself with high performers, because sometimes friends, family, the people closest to us, they might not have the dreams that we have, the goals that we have. They might not have the ambition that we have, but guess who does? When you're plugged into these people, there's going to be people just like you. There's going to be people that are more successful than you. You start to develop this mindset and this ambition, and you start to just push harder because you're around that all the time. If you're hanging around people that drink and party and aren't doing anything with their lives, what do you think think is going to happen? You're going to be like those people. They always say you're like the 5 people you hang out with most. Well, if you're hanging out with a bunch of deadbeats, what do you think is going to happen? Hanging out with a bunch of overweight people, what do you think is going to happen? Hanging out with a bunch of millionaires, successful people, what do you think is going to happen? So that's the value of plugging into community, of plugging into masterminds. But also, there's always value in connections. I've been in many masterminds over the years, and I've made great connections with people that I'm still in connection with this day. You never know how they could benefit your life later on. You never know how you can help them out. You guys might connect on something later on, and who knows, create a different business. And I've had that happen with people too. I met years ago, and now we're doing stuff together now. We're still grinding. And of course, our income's always grown over these last few years because we've been plugging in. So you never know the connections you're going to make and where they can take you. So you want to plug into these tribes with people just like you, people doing better than you, and that's how you're going to really scale to the next level. So just imagine if you're plugging into masterminds, if you're hiring coaches, if you're getting better at your skill sets, everything's going to improve. Your belief in yourself is going to improve. Your skill sets are going to improve. The people you surround yourself with is going to improve. And what do you think is going to happen? You're only going to go up from there. And that's just the value of being in these communities. But also when you invest in people, they're going to want to invest in you back. You know, you're investing a couple thousand or whatever it is, like they're going to be more likely to help you out if you ever need anything, you need a favor or something like that. For instance, I paid $5,000 for Bedros' workshop yesterday, but I got $100,000 of value. And that's what can really happen with these. When we invest in ourselves, I'm going to get there a lot faster. I learned so much different skill sets and things that are going to really help me out and take me to the next level. But also he's like, hey, I'll be on your podcast. So he's going to be on this podcast here soon. And I mean, this guy charges, $20,000, $30,000 to speak, and he's going to do my podcast for free because I've invested in him, his programs. I've showed up, we've connected, we like each other, we're friends and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, well now asking this favor, he's going to do it. So it's like plugging into these people. You never know the connections you're going to make. You can help people and maybe help them grow their business, or you can help them out in different areas, but it comes back tenfold. With that being said too, yeah, I spent $5,000 at his event yesterday, but it's funny because just a few years ago, I wasn't even making $5,000 a month. I was struggling, didn't know what to do. And one of the first things I did was go to Bedros' event. I think back then it was like $500 and I could barely, even afford that at that time. But what did I learn that day? I went in unclear, not sure where to start, not sure what to do. And I plugged in and, I followed, okay, this guy's already been successful at exactly what I want to do. How can I get started? Boom, boom, boom. Step 1, step 2, step 3. He gave me the roadmap. Okay, I started on that, and then I started off very small after that. Okay, I learned that. Now I got started. How can I get even better? I started off with another coach spending, $400 a month. Okay, got to a certain level. Then I joined a $6,000 program for like 8 weeks to learn how to charge more and high ticket and things like that, marketing, sales. So, okay, I got to that. After that, it was $18,000 for a whole year. After that, it was another program for $20,000 for a whole year. So I've invested over $100,000 myself now into myself, skill sets and everything that I have now. But I'm making over $50,000 a month. I could pay for that $5,000 in a day if I wanted, and this is just the first level. I'm only going to scale up from here. I learned a bunch of stuff at that event yesterday, and that's how we can keep growing and keep getting better. But I'll tell you, too, even though it might sound scarier, maybe it's a lot of money. Trust me, I was there. I was broke, but this is the one thing that I can contribute all my success to is learning so much different skill sets, learning so much different habits, plugging into these tribes, being around these type of people. You start to develop a new mindset. You learn so much more skills. You get better at exactly what you want to accomplish. So that's how you can really grow yourself, grow your business, and grow in all areas of our lives is by investing in yourself. And now, of course, if you don't have that much money or anything to get started, do what you can. I remember my first $6,000, I had to break it up over 4 installments, like on a credit card, because I was barely making any much there. But I just knew I needed to make a change because we always have this option of we can keep going down the path we're on right now, or we can do something different, invest in ourselves. You're spending all this money on bullshit that's not getting you anywhere. Expensive shoes, clothes, food, drinks, alcohol, partying, all that shit that's never gonna get you anywhere in life. Instead, if you use that money and actually invested it in yourself, skill sets, mentors, masterminds, coaches, seminars, all that stuff, you're gonna get a lot farther in life. And just another reason I always suggest that you pay to learn, that you pay for this stuff, is because no one values free. If there's a free course on something, chances are you're not going to go through it. When you spend a couple of thousand, 5, 10, 20,000, you're going to take it serious. You're going to work your ass off. You're going to do what you need to do to succeed, because now there's a little bit of pressure on you. There's a little bit of fire under your ass. And sometimes that can help you get to that next level as well. So we have to do what we have to do to make ourselves successful, to make ourselves succeed. Put that pressure on you, put that fire on you, learn these skill sets, these habits, the mindset, surround yourself with these people, invest in yourself, coaches, masterminds, and all that stuff. If we want to be successful, we have to start investing in ourselves. Quit spending money on all the bullshit that's never getting you anywhere. Start taking that money, investing in yourself. And I want you to think about this. Even professional athletes have coaches. Even millionaires and billionaires always talk about mentors and people that they've had in their lives that have helped them succeed. So if the most successful people have coaches, have mentors, why aren't you? And you know who doesn't invest into coaches, mentors, and invest in themselves? Broke people. And that's exactly why you stay broke. You stay in your situation because you never develop any skill sets to get better. You never surround yourself with different people. You stay in the same exact situation. So what do you think is going to happen? You're going to keep getting the same outcome. You're never going to have that time freedom. You're never going to have that income that you want to spoil your family, to spoil your loved ones, to go on nice vacations, to live the life that you want, because you'd rather just stay stuck in your situation, doing what you're currently doing, never spending a penny on yourself. So we have two choices. We can keep going down the path we're on right now and just hope something's going to change. Maybe we'll get that dollar raise, or we can invest a little bit of money into ourselves to start learning new things, to develop our skill sets, to become better, to become more fit, to become healthier, to be more financially successful, to learn different skill sets, to start a new career, to do something you're passionate about, to learn new skills, to take your life to the next level. So I want to ask you, over this last 6 months, a year, how much have you invested into yourself to improve your fitness, to improve your finances, to improve your life? If you spent zero, well, I can almost guarantee that your paycheck stayed the same, that your income stayed the same, that your body stayed the same, if not got even worse. So if you want to make a change, you have to start investing in yourself. I say this because this is the number one thing that's got me to where I'm at. It's what I heard from all these other millionaires and all these other successful people as well. Invest in yourself. It's always going to be the best investment. It sure has been for me. They were all right. I'm telling you this because it's exactly what got me to where I'm at right now. So if you want to be more successful, start off by investing into yourself. I guarantee you'll be happy that you did. Start off small, do what you got to do, make it happen. Life gets better when you get better, 1% every single day. That's how we do it. Let's go.